You're listening to the DreArea Sports Show, live on YouTube and X. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Let's move on to our first topic of the day, which is TJ's take on Purdy, calling him overpaid. Okay, so let's take a look at this clip real quick, and then we're going to comment on what the hell TJ Houshmandzadeh was trying to talk about here. Here we go.
I'm sick of TJ.
I believe they did overpay for Brock Purdy. I would have given Brock Purdy $47 million a year. That would have been the most I'm giving him. I needed you. We needed you last year. You went 1-6 against playoff teams when we had guys. Christian McCaffrey was out, Trent Williams was out, Aiyuk got hurt, and you couldn't really get it done. I think Brock Purdy is a hell of a quarterback. But I'm not giving you money when you show me when we need you to take over, you can't take over. We need you to carry us, you can't carry us. But at one point, they said Jalen Hurts was overpaid. Now, Jalen Hurts is underpaid. You done win a Super Bowl with the Eagles, now you underpaid. And so if Brock Purdy takes the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl and they win it, then his contract is well worth it. Until he does that, he's overpaid.
Okay, so let's talk about this horrible take by TJ Houshmandzadeh. Oh my God, this is just atrocious. So, by all standards, if you go by his take and say, yeah, you know what, I agree with him. I agree. They shouldn't have paid Brock all that money. They should have saved the money. Then you're saying, okay, so I guess Josh Allen, he's overpaid. Lamar Jackson, he's overpaid. Who else is there? Joe Burrow, he's overpaid.
Joe Burrow's overpaid.
Oh, but Jalen Hurts.
Lamar Jackson, did you say him?
Yeah. But Jalen Hurts, no, he's not overpaid because he won the Super Bowl. He played really well, by the way, in that game.
He did.
But this is complete asinine. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. What it is that you got a guy in TJ Houshmandzadeh, a former receiver. I would call this guy a fucking one-hit wonder because he was only good for a short span of time back when Ocho Cinco and Carson Palmer were linked up in Cincinnati. This guy had a few years where he was productive.
Yeah.
And I remember the year the Niners went to the Super Bowl, they actually tried him out under Jim Harbaugh because we were down a receiver, and he didn't even make the team. So, look, do I respect Houshmandzadeh? Of course I do. He's an NFL player. I mean, the guy's been he played in 2 playoff games and lost both of them. So, what does that mean? So, look, at the end of the day, if you want to hold that standard to Brock Purdy, then you got to hold it to everybody else. And when you hold it up to everybody else, it doesn't hold up at all. It's ridiculous. Drew, what did you think about his take?
First of all, I think he overpaid for that ponytail, but that's my
horsetail. It's a horsetail.
Yeah, that's my first take. No, he's completely asinine's not even the word to describe it. We talked about this last week on our show. They didn't have a choice. They had to resign Brock Purdy, and I say that with all due respect to Brock Purdy and his abilities. It wasn't like they had to do it and they had no other choices. They could have gone in another direction, but it was the only logical decision for the organization, for Brock Purdy, and for where they are with the salary cap and what they've done in the offseason. Yeah. They had to re-sign Brock Purdy, and they did not overpay him. They didn't. They actually, I feel like they actually were able to get a pretty team-friendly deal. We talked about the contract. We talked about how it's going to grow exponentially over the next few years. But he is the quarterback of this team. Kyle Shanahan has committed to him. It's taken us how many years? 10 years? 9 years for Kyle Shanahan to commit to a quarterback. He never truly committed to Jimmy G. I'm happy that he didn't. And look at Jimmy G now. He never really committed to Trey Lance because nobody could. He's a scrub. Okay. So this was the only direction that we could go. I feel like the organization, the front office, they were able to maneuver the money around to make it team friendly enough. And there's other things that have happened this year that TJ Houshmandzadeh, he doesn't know about. He doesn't know that the ownership group has sold off 10% of the franchise. That is something else that we have to consider here. And they are going, believe me, they will be making that money grow. that they are going to be getting from the new minority owners that are coming in. So the organization knows what they're doing. They are not at all having any financial issues. The team is printing money left and right. And this is the only direction that we can go. Brandon Aiyuk will be back after he recovers from his injury. We've had a great offseason. We've brought back George Kittle. We got rid of some excess baggage in Deebo Samuel and others. And I know where he's coming from. He's a receiver that didn't win shit. He didn't win anything. Okay. So he's probably just butthurt. I don't like his takes when I hear him on other channels too. I just don't like this guy's takes. I think they have no merit, and he goes back and forth. Like, what did he say about Jalen Hurts? He said Jalen Hurts is now underpaid. Well,
it's just stupid.
But then he said Jalen Hurts was overpaid before. So he contradicted himself within 10 seconds. So I don't want to hear anything this clown has to say.
And really, it comes down to this, is that if you apply this to every quarterback, it doesn't make any sense. What he's trying to say is that I think they overpaid Brock Purdy because he doesn't have the natural talents that like a Josh Allen has. He doesn't have the rocket arm. He doesn't have the huge frame, the build. And so because of that, he's being more critical over Brock Purdy's contract. And that's what he's trying to say. If that's what you're going to say, buddy, say it with your chest and actually say what you mean. The other source of controversy from this statement is that Houshmandzadeh is Brandon Aiyuk's personal trainer.
He is.
So do you think any of this, I don't think it is, but do you think any of this relates to their conversations about Brock Purdy between BA and Houshmandzadeh?
I do. I think Houshmandzadeh came on. I heard him on a lot of channels and radio stations last year talking about how Brandon Aiyuk had to go for more money and how he was being shortchanged by the organization, and how why not go for the money when you can get it, right? Because we need that guaranteed money. And look what happened. Brandon Aiyuk got his contract. It totally decimated the entire team. That contract, honestly, was the end of us last year. That contract, not only camaraderie, for camaraderie purposes, for the culture and climate of the team, in every way, the way he was communicating, the way he was going on those podcasts, the way he was talking about going to the Commanders, the way he was talking about going to the Steelers. And Houshmandzadeh was his cheerleader. He was his frontline cheerleader the whole time. Because,
he was.
Because they work out together. Well, okay, so why is Houshmandzadeh now coming back and saying that our quarterback, who does he want? And that's the other thing that I always ask people when they come to me and they say, we overpaid Brock Purdy. Well, who the hell do you want instead of him? What were the other options? Sam Darnold? Kirk Cousins?
No.
Draft a quarterback? Trade all of your assets for, Cam Ward? I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. So I don't like to hear that kind of stupidity. Have a reason behind your point.
Exactly. And like I said, it doesn't apply to everybody. It only applies to him, because when you apply it to the rest of the league, it doesn't hold water whatsoever. It's just a stupid take, and really this guy needs to shut the fuck up.
The DreArea Sports Show is brought to you by SeatGeek. Use promo code DreArea Sports to save $20 on your first purchase at SeatGeek.com. And we are also brought to you by Taryn Roy, the SEO Optimizer. If you're looking to boost your YouTube channel, then check out the SEO Optimizer. Use promo code DreArea Sports to start your free trial today. Power Brand Systems. If you're looking to build a website for your small business or YouTube channel, then check out Power Brand Systems. Use promo code 300POWER to save up to $300 on your first purchase at Power Brand Systems.